All right, let's get right into it. Well, forever, the goal of starting a business has been pretty straightforward. You own it, you grow it, and you hold on for dear life. But what if that entire model is kind of wrong? Today, we're going to look at a totally different framework, one that really challenges the whole idea of ownership itself. It's a model that's not designed for building personal empires, but for empowering entire communities. So this is really the big, provocative question at the center of it all. I mean, it sounds completely counterintuitive, right? Why would you pour all that blood, sweat, and tears into building a company just to give it away? Well, believe it or not, the answer lies in solving a problem that is incredibly common. You've seen this happen. I know you have. Some brilliant artist or a community leader has this amazing idea, but they just get completely bogged down trying to manage supply chains and marketing and HR and all that stuff. They end up drowning in the day-to-day operations instead of actually focusing on their passion. This is the exact gap that the model we're about to break down is designed to fill. So the solution? It's a model called BOT, which, as you can see, stands for Build, Operate, Transfer. And let me tell you, it's a really transformative way to think about business. It focuses not on what you can collect for yourself, but on what you can create for other people. So what exactly is BOT? Well, at its heart, it's a three-stage process. You have an expert organization that comes in, builds the entire business engine for a local entrepreneur, runs it until it's totally stable, and then, and this is the most important part, they hand over the keys completely. The whole goal is empowerment, not some kind of permanent control. I love this analogy from the source material. It just captures the whole mindset perfectly. The person enabling this, the BOT provider, they aren't the building itself. They're just the temporary scaffold around it. They provide all the systems, the processes, and the stability that lets the entrepreneur's dream really take shape. And once that dream can stand on its own 2 feet, the scaffold just comes right down. Okay, so how does this really work in practice? Let's break down the 3 distinct phases of the whole process. First up is the build phase. This is where the entire business engine gets constructed. We're talking everything from systems and processes to branding. Next, you have the operate phase. Here, the enabler runs the day-to-day, tweaking and refining everything until the business is stable. And that means it's consistently profitable and its systems are just humming along smoothly. This usually takes anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. And then you have the most powerful step of all, transfer. And I want to be clear, this isn't a sale. It is a strategic handover. It's all about empowering the local entrepreneur with a fully functioning, autonomous business. And that, right there, brings us to the philosophical heart of this whole BOT model. To really get it, you have to understand the massive shift from a mindset of ownership to one of pure enablement. Just look at the difference here. The traditional entrepreneur thinks, I build, I own, I grow. Success is all personal. It's about what you can accumulate. But the BOT enabler? Their mindset is, I build, I grow, I give. Success is measured by how much others can thrive. And that changes everything, because it means every system is designed for an easy handover right from day one. Now, to put this into perspective, let's just quickly compare BOT to some other models you might know. A franchise, for instance, involves licensing and paying royalties, so there's no real independence there. An incubator advises, sure, but the founder is still doing all the heavy lifting. And a BOT, or build, own, operate model, is literally the opposite of BOT. Its goal is permanent external control. BOT is totally unique because its end goal, its entire purpose, is complete, unattached local ownership. You see, this shift, this move from ownership to enablement, that is what makes the BOT model a complete game changer. It totally redefines what success even looks like, and it creates this powerful ripple effect. And the impact is it's profound, because ownership stays local. It creates sustainable jobs that stay in the community. It builds systems that are self-sufficient, so you avoid the dependency that can come with charity. For a first-time entrepreneur, think about it. It massively reduces their risk because they're being handed a proven, working business. Ultimately, it empowers them with dignity, and it solves that exact problem of founder burnout we talked about at the very beginning. In the end, it really comes down to this powerful idea. The question changes from what can I own to what can I build, empower, and leave behind. This frames business not just as a path to personal wealth, but as a tool for service. And that leaves us with one final thought to really chew on. In a world that so often measures our worth by what we accumulate, the BOT model challenges us to consider a totally different kind of legacy, one that's built not on possession, but on empowerment. What if the most valuable thing any of us can build is someone else's success?